Dmitry Bivol came out recently and said that Roy Jones Jr. was one of the fighters, was the fighter who inspired him to kind of fight the way he does or fight, period. He said he wouldn't be here without a guy like Roy Jones Jr. because just the way Roy Jones used to enjoy the fight and being in the ring. So he coming out now saying that Roy Jones Jr. is his biggest inspiration as far as being in the ring, wanting to box, making it look fun, enjoyable. I'm not gonna lie, Roy Jones Jr. made boxing look very fun at a young age. So I understand what Dmitry Bivol was saying. Like before Floyd Mayweather came around, Roy Jones was already doing most of the things that Floyd will be doing later on. But a lot of that style came from Pernell Whitaker, Roy Jones, and then down to Floyd Mayweather. But you can tell that Dmitry Bivol is very solid when it comes to seeing certain talent. When it comes to like the boxing history and the historic events that's happened, he knows a lot about what's going down. And Roy Jones, being a big part of 90s, 2000s boxing, is a huge part of Dmitry Bivol's childhood. And when he thinks about boxing, one of the first people that pops up is Roy Jones Jr. And I have to admit, when I was at a younger age, Roy Jones Jr. was the guy right around the time where the Evander Holyfields and Tyson's and everyone else was kind of going down. I know Oscar, he was still around, but somebody to kind of fit into that mold was Roy Jones Jr. So it makes a lot of sense. People don't watch Roy Jones as much as they used to as far as his highlights and everything, but a lot of people still know that Roy Jones was a bad guy in the boxing ring. And if you look at what Dmitry Bivol does, he can't move exactly like those guys, but you can tell he takes a lot from them as far as what they do in the gym and how they move and how they box and how they have fun in the ring. He usually always tries to have fun, doesn't try to take everything too serious. He still wants to be the best and challenge himself, but he also still wants to enjoy what he does. A lot of people probably don't understand it, but he doesn't want to be stuck chasing fights and everything else, and he's not enjoying himself or his job and what he does. But Dmitry Bivol does a good job putting himself in position to where he doesn't get hit a lot, doesn't really get overwhelmed, dominated. And I think that he takes a lot of that from Roy Jones Jr. And I've seen a couple of styles, but it's funny that his biggest inspiration is Roy Jones because I didn't expect that. I expected some other guys who was possibly American, but didn't think Roy Jones would be the first name.